Okay, so here's the choice that we have to do for this episode. We're going to tell Hammond that Raycast is subject 0. So let's make the bad decision. And let's tell him where Raycast is and what Raycast is. Because, why not? I mean, Raycast manipulated us throughout the game. Let's make the most worst choice we'll ever make.
What? But that subject isn't even... Oh no, this is absurd. It's barely alive. I suppose it could be. It would explain a lot how Raycast knew so much about our internal communications, our restricted cyberspace domains, how he evaded our trackers, how he evaded even our best cyber skies. Oh, and there was me saying you were blind. Oh, this is capital information, capital indeed.
Indeed it is. Tell me more. Go on. I know you want to keep talking.
I'll make sure he is dealt with at once. Well, you've already proven how fruitful our cooperation can be. You made the right choice, as you yourself will come to see, I'm sure. Now, go. Take that submarine to Harbour Prime. I'll make sure the Crow hears how you've helped us. We'll be in touch soon.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you. I guess it's time to check on how he's doing, right? Let's check, shall we? And he's dead. Look at him. So, once we told Hammond who Raycast and what he is, he's took care of him. So, Raycast is no longer here. So that means Raycast is gone forever. So, we're going to take this further and gonna escape the submarine, do all the trials, talk to the Crow, and see where that leads us. So, yeah, Raycast is dead. No longer a thing. He's completely been erased. Dead. Thanks to us spilling the beans. Oops! Haven't?
Transcendence? Singularity? The woman's gone mad. Whatever next? Choir boys and angels? Listen to me. No one knows, not I, not her, not anyone, what would happen if you and Heather merged. Wasn't she thinking about it? Oh, my. What a mess. And after all our work.
Ah, okay.
Yes, I suppose it is possible you could be reborn. But you might just as easily be driven into madness. But think about it. Every single neurological impulse in the world, all over, screaming in your head at once. Can you imagine? And this how you'll just keel over and die. Please. Why take such a risk? You're already perfect. You already have all the influence you need. You have the Crow's nest, singularity, and megalomaniacal lunacy.
Are you supposed to be by her side, for real? Aren't you?
My loyalty is to humanity. But this is narcissism. She obviously stared at the Earth so long from up here, she's begun to see nothing in it but herself. While we down here have so much to learn. One step at a time, for goodness sake.
Let me guess, you've got another idea in mind? I suppose you do.
You're right, I do. And one based on practical, achievable goals. Not this faith and fantasy. GSV2 will be out of action for quite some time. Shan't point any fingers, but we don't need it now. Not when you can control Heather yourself. This is your chance to open the door for humankind. Destroy GSV, just as she told you to. But do not merge with Heather. Overcome it. Rein it in. Use it alongside us. It's a tool for knowledge, for balance, not some seek for a god. Please, think about it. Do as I say, you will succeed the Crow as the head of the complex. But with us. And that means with the people of the world.
Oh, really? You realize I could just easily decide to burn the complex to the ground? As a role, right? Well, I can rule the complex by doing it, regardless. I could burn it down and make a complex of my own.
It would be an emotional reaction to our checkered history with you. But now when you understand that we all seek the same thing, the greater good? Surely some water has passed beneath the bridge. And should you disagree with any of our methods, you will have the power to change them. All you need to do is assume the mantle of our leader.
Power is everything, baby. Yeah, we're gonna rule the world.
I cannot force your hand. I merely offer you a practical alternative. I beg that you take it. Once you step into cyberspace, you will be on your own, free to make your own choice, and a choice you can make. I implore you, make it the right one.
Make the right one? Well, I have already made the right one. I've exposed Raycast, and I'm going to rule the complex. Singularity? Nah, nobody wants that. I want to rule the complex. So we're going to hack into the GSV and rule the complex. Yeah, we could reach singularity, which we will do in the next video. It's not going to be with commentary, but let's rule the complex for now, because I'm going to give my views on the endings of this game. So, yeah, let's rule the complex.
12,567,000,001. Zero one. Close your eyes, little bird. Tomorrow's a new world, little bird.
Well now, all I can say to that is, that ending is pretty cool. I love these endings, I love all of them. We'll get to the reach singularity one eventually, but I won't talk about it. Might as well talk about all three right now, because the singularity one, you do what the hell you want. You could basically do the good thing, like I did in my first playthrough, and then reach singularity. Or you could do this ending and reach singularity. You would still get the same cutscene for reaching singularity. So that's why I'm not going to commentate over it. But for now, both endings are very creative. It leaves you with an open mind. That's all I can say. So, because there's no sequel planned, I don't think there is anyway. I think there... I don't know whether I think there should be one or there shouldn't be. Because either way, I like to keep my mind open to possible theories. Like, what was next for Dex once she defeated the complex? Will she be called upon again if a new evil arrived? Probably that would be the likely answer. But with Dex ruling the complex and doing it for the greater good, would she eliminate all evil that was in the complex and then rule it as a good side of the complex? Or will her ruling the complex play with her mind and the choices she makes and make her evil? And then if they made a new game, you would have to take her out, which I wouldn't really like because I've grown attached to Dex. So yeah, I think the way of having either Dex being called upon to eliminate a new evil, which if you did defeat the complex, that's a good one, and either have being Dex and eliminating all of the evil powers in the complex so that you can rule it as your own and make it a better complex. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's how I see it anyway. For me, anyway. I don't know about you, but I like to think that if they were to make a sequel and you chose ruling the complex and they went with it to ruling the complex, that you can be Dex and eliminate all evil inside the complex, you know, and expose them to and do all of the things usual. But either way, that also defeats the purpose in what I'm trying to say, because I've thrown out one of those things about Dex doing it by her own hands of defeating the complex inside, but exposing and defeating the complex already basically does that for you because she had the information. So yeah, I don't know what they could do, but I kind of debunked my own theory of Dex eliminating the complex if you chose that. But I guess there will have to be a lot of clever ideas within that to actually pull it off. But the endings were very good, and this game is very good. I'm going to still stick to my rating of an 8 out of 10, you know. load screens aside, you know, because it slows down the pace, it does, but they're not too long of load screens. People say the load screens are long. They're not that long. Like, compared to a AAA title, it's not that long. But yeah, I do like the fact that I'm still thinking of if they were to make a sequel, what could they do it on and whatnot. But yeah, I think this game definitely deserves a good place in people's mind and hearts, because this game does have a small following. I know it does. I know people don't spread it around on social media and whatnot, that's fine. But I know people that played it do talk highly of this game. The effort that was put in this game is fantastic. So, yeah. Always, there's one thing I can always say to people, game companies and whatnot. Give indie developers a chance. Trust me, give them a chance. Because there's games out here like this one that can pull off a great following and pull off a profit for you if you sell it on a cheap and whatnot. This game was relatively cheap to buy anyway from 2015. Even now it's still cheap. So if you want to pick it up now, in the UK I believe it's at least £5. But in the US I think it's about near the $8 and $9 mark. That's all I can really say about that. But I'll upload the Reach Singularity ending, and this is me signing out.